Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishna, for seekers of God. Spiritual Talks of Mahapurush Swami Shivananda. Chapter number 64, episode 127, page number 155. The monk's proper attitude towards women. All spiritual practices are for acquiring self-surrender. Place, Dhaka, time 1922. Mahapurush Maharaj visited Dhaka at the beginning of 1922. While staying at the monastery there, one evening Mahapurush Maharaj joined in the Gauravasa, the assembly of devotees, at their earnest request. As the news of his coming visit spread, many devoted men and women, monks and brahmacharis assembled at the place. In accordance with the practice of the assembly, a devotee first sang a religious song beginning with the words, "Lose yourself, O black bee of my mind, at the lotus feet of Sri Ramakrishna," etc. Next, the Kathamrita, Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, was to have been read. But the devotees were eager to hear Mahapurush Maharaj, however, insisted on the Kathamrita being read. And so the reading started. At one place, in connection with the strict rules of a monk's life, the Master, Sri Ramakrishna, says, "For a monk, it is incumbent to give up lucre and passion. He must not even look at the picture of a woman." In this context, a brahmacharin asked Mahapurushji, "Maharaj, Sri Ramakrishna says that a holy man should not so much as look at the picture of a woman, whereas we have even to speak with them in connection with the various duties we undertake. How are we to acquit ourselves under such circumstances?" Mahapurushji kept silent for a few moments and then said, "Look here, my son, did you not live with your mother and sisters at home? When you have to talk with women in connection with your duties, have the same unsophisticated mind and the same childlike attitude as you had at home with the women of your family. Have the idea in your mind that they are your mothers and sisters. But it goes without saying that unless a special necessity arises, it is best to avoid conversations with women, even though they be devotees, and particularly so when alone. You can talk about the necessary matters in public. You have to embrace the monastic life. You should always keep your vows intact and your ideal before you whenever you take a step in any direction. You should look upon all women as the veritable manifestations of the Mother of the Universe. This is spiritual discipline for you." The brahmachari. "Even so, if the mind becomes affected by degrading ideas, what shall we do, Maharaj?" In answer to this, Mahapurushji said in rather a stern voice, "People in whose hearts passion stirs up under all circumstances at the very sight of women are not only not fit to be monks at all, they are not even fit to live in human society. The remedy for them is to retire to a solitary place that is entirely free from women, where they may not even have sight of women. They should return to society after totally eradicating those beastly propensities through hard spiritual practices. Society, too, has its own rules, its own discipline, to be continued. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.